live. And let's hit it with the intro.
You are one of us. Your passion is the world of mountain biking, from enduro to gravel races and everything in between. This is Insider MTB, the podcast that takes you behind the handlebars, into the dirt, and behind the scenes of the mountain biking world. And now your host, Austin White.
There we go. Whoo! All right, guys, this is a little bit of a crazy episode on the road, so trying it that way. As you can see, motorhome in the background, a little janky, brown on brown. I'm joined today. This is episode 8, actually. We rewind a little bit, episode 8. We've kind of missed a few. We're just kind of getting into it again. But yeah, I'm joined here, Spencer Rathkamp. What's up, bud?
First off, do we have any episodes that aren't crazy? I feel like something's always going wrong, so... We're here for it. We're just buckle up because that's kind of just how we roll, I guess.
We don't want it easy, dude. Why would we want it easy? I don't want it easy.
You're on the road. I practically just woke up. It's a mess. But we're good. I don't know.
But you're it's because you're on a crazy schedule right now, right?
Yeah, I'm running the graveyard shifts, but it's we've been busy, so that's good. But I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be ripping another podcast out with you and everybody on because I miss it and it feels good, and we got to keep the ball rolling here. So fired up. Mountain bike season has pretty much officially started now. Seattle was slightly a kickoff for us, and now World Cups are going. The BME series is going, and there's racing happening around the world. So
yeah, the Lifetime Grand Prix is going, all of it. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Hey, let's do a quick rewind. Epic Evo at a I can't even say it right now. I feel like it's been so long, but it hasn't. It's literally been like a weekish.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's literally been a week and a half, 2 weeks now.
Yeah, and you freaking
3 weeks, but
I guess it has.
We survived. We did. We did Seattle Classic, one bike, 4 disciplines, and it went. I'm not gonna say it went like super well, but it definitely didn't go bad.
You're alive.
Yeah, we did it. There were some unforeseen challenges and some things that I thought were going to be difficult that were a little bit easier, but we have a video coming out pretty soon and not going to dig too deep into the nitty gritty, but
yeah,
that's coming. But it was fun. It was a good challenge and I'm stoked we did it. And if I want to do it again, maybe
this time you're going to do it on a downhill bike for everything. We're just going to go to the other end of the spectrum.
Oh, bro, I'm out.
Come on. You looked so happy during the XC, though.
The XC race is the most physically demanding part of that, and there's no shot I'm racing that on a downhill bike.
Come on.
Like, I wouldn't even be serious, but...
then you wouldn't get into it with roadies then, you know? Then we'd be good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll gloss that one over. All right, you guys. So for this episode, we got some the winners over the weekend. They'll be joining us, and we're gonna be getting some interviews from them from the BME series that kicked off this weekend, and it was a total downpour rain every single day. And honestly, it was pretty brutal from our side of it shooting it, and it was probably a little bit brutal for the athletes as well. So I mean, yeah, it was
what went down? I mean, I was trying to make it, obviously, and I'm pretty bummed that I wasn't able to, but from the looks of it, I don't know that I missed that much. Practice looked crazy. Then first race day looked pretty solid, and then Sunday.
It's just back east weather's crazy, dude. Like, I don't even know how to explain that. Like, it's totally different. I remember we were doing the pre-show, and one of the dudes from there was like, "Yeah, dude, spring we just get hit with total Mother Nature," and I'm just like, out where we are, it's not like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like sunny. We're on the beach. So yeah, it was just different, dude. It would pouring rain, and then 5 minutes later be sunny, and then pouring rain, you know, and tornado, and yeah, it was just there wasn't a tornado, but it felt like I was in the eye of the storm for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Just bouncing around like a pinball. But yeah, me and JJ just out there, just surviving in the mud, felt like military guys, just crawling up the mountain as it's slippery and icy to get these shots, make for sure everyone looks good, you know? but yeah, and currently right now I'm in Michigan, getting the motorhome
Yeah,
repaired.
what's going on?
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
What'd you do?
Hit a jack on this thing, and apparently the jack on big motorhomes aren't like jacks on little motorhomes, and not just like your local camping world's gonna fix that sucker. You know what I'm saying? So
So
I
what?
had,
The motorhome can't handle the rain? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know. Can't handle the
The
I-40.
broadcasting rig?
Can't handle the I-40 is what it can't
Oh, you
handle.
hit it on a freeway.
Oh yeah, on the freeway.
Oh.
Didn't even notice it. Like literally was driving, got to the like one of the truck stops. I was like, wow, my jack looks just a little bit bent, and a little bit bent is a lot of bent in the jack world, I guess. So I'm learning. Yeah, they were
Wow.
kind of blown away. The dudes were like sitting here, looking at it when we got to Michigan, the manufacturer, and he's like, dude, did you just like completely come to a dead stop when this happened? Like, how'd you not blow through the windshield? I was like, didn't even feel it.
Wow.
So the old reliable white beast, just Mercedes-Benz Freightliner Columbia, just blasted through the whatever it hit. Don't know. Maybe it was just a small animal, but looking at it, it must have been Sasquatch. So
Damn. So you have no idea what time it even happened at.
don't even know.
Where you were driving, I assume, to the second stop of the BMEs?
No, to the first stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was on the phone routing this, trying to get it figured out to come up to Michigan, which is like an extra 12 hours. So JJ and I freaking ripped in the rig all the way up. JJ sleeping the whole time, but me driving, and typical. And yeah, he's with me here. They have a little campground at the facility. This is the RV mecca of the world. All the RVs are made here. It's pretty wild.
In Michigan.
Yeah, this RV was made here.
Detroit?
Nope. It's kind of. We're actually down the street from Redbud.
Oh, really? No way. What's it called?
South
Flint?
Bend, Indiana.
Oh, Redbud.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're in Indiana. Okay. But
Indiana is on the line of Michigan.
Yeah.
It's super wild. Literally, like 5 minutes away is the a different time zone.
Yeah, because when you go to Redbud, you fly into Chicago. Yeah, I forgot about that.
No, it's been a wild trip. Like we've just I don't even know what to say. Like we're here. We're just running it. So it's a 2-day process, and we've been here. We're pretty much into our second day, but they're getting it done in the morning, and hopefully I'm ripping 8 hours to land ourselves right back where we need to go. So which is now down to Knoxville, Tennessee, to meet up at Aaron Gwynn's place.
Windrock.
Yeah, Windrock.
Very sick.
We are going to Windrock. So
cool.
It looks like Porscha's trying to get in right now. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, here we go. We got her. Porscha's here. Porscha, let's add her on in. All right, Porscha.
Hello.
How's the audio first? Are we good?
I think it's fine. I can hear you.
Money, we can hear you. Yeah, I was giving Porscha some crap earlier about the fact that she didn't have any headphones, and she was like, "You think it'll still work?" I'm like, "You know what? We're just gonna try it over here because we're in for it."
Yep,
it's working.
Yeah, it's working
nice.
Fine.
All right, cool. Porscha, this is our winner of the weekend over at BME. Is it 2022? You won the championship as well?
Yes.
Yeah, our 2022 BME. I got enduro champ right here, and going for it again here in 2024, starting off hot like you did last year at Nebo. Yeah. How's it feel?
I kind of dropped the ball.
Hey, we won't even talk. We'll graze over that one now, right?
No, I want to know all about it.
Have you both met or no? Spencer, Porscha,
Oh, yeah.
You guys rode a little bit,
no,
hang out?
Never met Porscha before.
Oh, really? Teammates just never meet. It's weird.
Come on, Austin. Come on.
Hey, I'm just saying, you guys got the same bike, right?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yes, of course we know each other. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Absolutely.
Cool, Porscha. Just give us a brief overview of the weekend and what went down for you to get that win.
Yeah. Honestly, practice was quite frustrating for me. I could not get it together. I don't know. It was one of those couple days where I was just struggling pretty hard, and was there
anything in particular that was just you or the bike?
I think
or the
I was
course?
just being super crabby, and then it kind of snowballed into everything else and made everything kind of just annoying and frustrating. And then I don't know, definitely had like a moment of reflection after practice ended on Friday. And I was just like, what are you all worked up about? And kind of put some things in perspective. And I don't know. And then Saturday went much better. So good timing on
Obviously it did. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, look at it was gnarly conditions, I felt like, since we got there, right? Like it was either raining or it was sunny, and it was doing that really quick. It wasn't like it would just stay sunny. It would just be like, okay, boom, switch.
Yeah, it was really unpredictable. Just like hour to hour even, where you'd be on one track and you're like, well, I wonder how that track's going to be after it rains, or, you know, anyway. So I think that played into some of the frustration too, where it was like, okay, I know I can push here, and then it rains and you're like, well, can I push there? Can I actually do that? So, and then stage 3, when it actually did finally, you know, really dump, it was really good. It actually had much more traction than I was expecting. So it made it really fun.
That's typically kind of how it happens in the rain. Like it's better to ride in the pouring rain than it is when it's like on and off drizzling. For sure. And the dirt tends to like try to dry out, and that's when everything just gets like a muddy mess. But when it's just dumping, it's the most predictable, it seems like.
Yeah, you know, you're spot on with that. But the, you know, flip side of that is then I had taken out my lenses and just crap flying, because we had a road sprint, and just I had the biggest dirt ball like clots in my eyes. Could not see it. You know, you do the million blinks and stuff to try and clear it all, but nothing was taking it.
So going back, you said practice, you were in your head a little bit. You think you were the only one?
No.
Okay, because that's where I was going with that. I mean, just I wasn't there. I wish I was, but I was not able to make that race, and I've just following along on social media and stuff, and it seemed like on Instagram everybody was like, "Oh, practice sucked. Like it's super slippery. Can't figure this out." I'm texting some of the boys, and I'm like, "How's it going?" And they're like, "Dude, I don't know. Like, it's a mess." So were do you allow yourself to like get in your head and be a bit of your own enemy, or can you pull yourself out of that stuff decently?
Oh, it varies
especially when you know everyone else is in it.
So I think that's one of the things that I'm still trying to figure out or come to understand is that, so I guess as an athlete, right, more often than not, most athletes are a little self-centered in some regard, right? Sure. And so when you think about your practice and stuff, you're like, oh man, I'm struggling. I'm having a hard time. And you don't really think about anybody else because, like I said, we're a little self-centered when it comes to certain things because it's you that has to perform. It's not a team aspect. It's not anything like that, right? Yeah. And so it can be hard for me to, in the moment, take a step back and look at the bigger picture and be like, all right, well, if I'm struggling, more likely than not, everyone else is struggling. But when I was standing there on track and I see, you know, Bella come down and she rips through something, and that kind of compounds that, like, oh, I'm struggling hard because she made that look easy.
Yeah.
You know, so it all plays into that, like, self-doubt, confidence, and, you know, just attitude that you go into either practice or the race with. And it can be hard to pull yourself out of it. And it can be really hard. You start getting the imposter syndrome and all the things that just don't do well for confidence going into a race. So I've been working on how to get out of that. How do I pull myself out of a bad mood or whatever?
What pulled you out of it for Saturday? Or were you still in your head Saturday and everyone else?
No, actually after practice on Friday, I was talking to some of the other riders. And so then I was able to get like actual firsthand commentary where they're like, oh, that was really tough. Like, so that helped for me. And then I was like texting some people that I trust and just being like, I don't know if I should be doing this, like really kind of getting real negative and down in the hole a little bit. And they're like, well, I'm sure you were riding super stiff because first of all, you were pissed and you were frustrated and you were, you know, all of the negative feelings, which makes you ride like an idiot. And then makes everything else from there snowball even worse. And so it was like kind of just putting those things into perspective and remembering that in the mud, I have to ride loose. And I typically ride a lot more, I don't know, I'll say aggressive, like dirt, dry conditions. I like to like push harder and like to know that I have the support that's there. But in the mud, it's not always going to be there. And so I have to be a little bit more flexible and loose and easygoing and stuff. And so it was really just putting that kind of stuff into perspective and thinking about like, all right, this isn't, you know, you can't ride how you typically do. And I put that in quotes, right? Like I'm obviously riding how I do, but just a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that makes sense. I think almost everyone had to do that, right? But you obviously did it better than the rest of this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so what was when all right, that transfer from 2 to 3 was effing gnarly, right?
Yeah.
Like fuck.
Yeah.
And then it started opening up on that
Yeah.
transfer. What I mean, I'll tell you where me and JJ were at when we were on that transfer, like, what the fuck are we gonna do?
Yeah.
What was it for you? Like, how did that change, you know, like you know, your mindset?
Because up until that point we had relatively similar conditions to what practice was. So it was like kind of greasy and you kind of knew like, oh, okay, I can't trust everything and things are going to be a little bit more sloppy. And then I heard the thunder when I was at the like at the beginning of the transfer, and I was like, okay, I want to try and get up there because if I can at least go and sit under the pits or underneath the tent until I can actually drop, that'll be better than me just sitting in the rain. And so that was my whole goal, was to just get to this top of stage 3 as quickly as I can. So that way I can figure out, you know, where do I need to be? Do I need to be there to wait until they drop us, or do I need to be in the pits and just sitting under some shelter? Yeah. I didn't realize how long the transfer was, and it didn't matter how fast I pedaled because it came. And yeah.
So true. And it came like a rocket ship, right?
Yeah.
Like,
so at that point it was like, all right, am I going to wear my lenses or am I not going to wear my goggle lenses? And I opted not to, which I'm kind of, maybe I should have, because that road kicked up so much just shit, grime and grit and everything. And then the rain itself just getting I don't know. Yeah. So probably should have worn them, but I didn't. So
is that, I mean, did Carolyn end up running them then or no?
No, she was running a half shell all day too.
Yeah. So what, I don't know. Tell me about that. Is that like team orders, or like why do you guys, because I notice everywhere we go, Specialized or you guys seem to be like, well, no, I take that wrong. Keller didn't have one, right?
He wore a half shell during practice, and then during the race he wore full face. It's not team orders. It's just comfort, I think. I know for myself, I always wear a full face just because sometimes during races I get a little extra excited. Yeah, a little extra excited, and sometimes I make mistakes, and I just, you know, when you're hypoxic and pedaling and stuff, you can put your pedal in the wrong spot and clip a rock, and I don't know, I just makes me feel more comfortable, and I practice on them all the time, that it doesn't really affect me any differently.
That makes sense.
So it's more like a comfort thing, but
yeah.
Taking it back a step, how was Mount Nebo? I've never been. I didn't go last year. They went last year. Has it gotten better? Have they improved it overall? What's the deal? Would you go
I like it
there?
I think it's fun. Yeah, I mean,
2-time winner there. I mean, yeah, come on.
Right? I know how that works. You like the places you win at.
Yeah, definitely. But I learned to mountain bike in Texas, and I think learning there, I have like a soft spot in my heart for that kind of, like, I don't know what you want to call it, Midwest type of, I don't know, environment, trail design or something. Like, it just feels kind of comforting.
Humidity.
Yeah. Gosh, that took some adjusting too. I've been out of it for a while, so but it kind of feels nostalgic to me to be back in like Midwest type of terrain. It's not, it definitely some steep bits and stuff, but not, you know, compared to, I'd say, Windrock, where it's more sustained, steep, and scary dirt and stuff like that, where if it is wet, you're like, you're going for a ride.
I mean, I guess you guys probably rode some different trails today at Windrock, right? in the rain, or I don't know.
We went and hiked up some of them, so I got to refresh my memory from 2 years ago. Just how steep
a little slip and slide out there, or yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
I definitely busted my phone today a little bit.
No
Yeah.
way.
So.
Well. Yeah. So look, you on that stage 3 and you lost 10 seconds to Carolyn right then.
Yeah.
Was there a mistake, or was you just riding cautiously because it was a full down? Like when the women took off, it was properly raining.
Yeah. No, it was just me being too cautious and probably, I don't know, just not pushing as hard as I could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, she full on took me there, which I was like, uh-oh.
I mean, and then I guess obviously we went to stage 4 and it was like clean house for you, right? Like you raked it in again. You put back the Porsche Murdock 1, 2 right there, right? You know?
Yeah, so I definitely pulled back a lot of time. I know she made a mistake on that stage, but I was feeling pretty excited about it. Like, had an idea of what the conditions were after stage 3, so I was like, all right, I can trust it a little bit more. And I just kind of got into a flow on it. So
what was up with that wild line at the beginning on 4? You were eyeing that thing up, and
I just liked it better. I don't know.
What was it? Walk for everyone.
Yeah, walk us through it.
There was just like an inside line that Colton and I had done Friday when it was dry.
No one was taking that line. No one. There, I don't even believe you guys did it that day. There's no way. I was walking up, but there wasn't even bike tracks down that thing. No way. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
we did it on Friday, and I just liked the way it flowed better because because you got a video of me when I had done it Thursday, I think, when it was raining, and I kind of got kicked a little sideways. Like it's in that recap video that you had posted.
Yeah.
And I got kicked a little sideways because I don't know, I got pushed funny up top, and I was like, there's just too many rocks that end up kicking you everywhere I liked the inside line just because it was a little bit more straightforward and there was less stuff.
But it kind of like sent you to a shitty spot, I felt like. Or did you hop over? Is that what you did once you get... Does that make sense? It didn't? Okay. All right,
no.
mate. I don't know. So Spencer, it's top of stage 4. It's like I call this the heckler section. It's awesome because this is where all the fans just route themselves to, and then last year it was a pretty good crash section. Yeah, and this year now there was 2 lines down it. There was just a like way inside one and then the outside one, which everyone was taking. And yeah, and like I think maybe the outside, you'd probably agree with this, Porsha, like the outside, because so many people were taking it, like the dirt was getting deteriorated and the rocks are showing more, right?
Yeah. There was one in there that was definitely a derailleur getter or like at least a pedal grabber. And I was like, I just don't even want to deal with that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
The inside I watched a couple people like spectators walking across the track, and it didn't look that slippery that I was like, okay, I think.
What? We were sliding on our ass all over the place.
I don't know. I saw a few people walking, and I was like,
that inside line though did have like sand traction on it. And that's the only way I could walk up that trail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It was fun.
It worked out, right? I mean, did you feel like because I felt like the inside, you had to like almost think a little bit more. I don't know. You had to really set up for it. Does that make sense? Do you think it was better?
You definitely did. I just it didn't have as much of a group, like a rut in it.
Yeah.
That you didn't have to stay in a channel that about, I don't know, however many other riders went through there before. So you didn't have to like stay in that. You could be a little bit more, I don't know.
Well, Colton let you down because he just let you do that line. He did not do that line for the main race. Did he tell you that? Or no?
I was standing up top, and there was some photographer up there, and I was kind of talking to my husband about it. Like, oh, should I do that one, or should I do the one that I did the day before? And he's like, well, I mean, just do whatever you feel more comfortable with. And the photographer heard us, and he's like, nobody's been doing that inside line. And I was like, okay. And he's like, but you do whatever you want to do. And I was like, okay, thanks.
So literally like 4 ladies after you dropped in after you, one hit that outside line and did exactly what you're talking about. I don't know if she hit her derailleur or pedal, and she crashed big for sure. Yeah. So I think you made the right choice, but I don't know if I mean, I wouldn't have made that choice. Only got, people like you and Spencer could figure those type of lines out, I feel like.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it was there, so people have definitely done it before, and it was
With a shovel and walking on their feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I have a message that keeps popping up that I have low device storage.
great. Well, I mean, it is uploading your thing, so we got it. So,
Uh-oh. Device storage is running low. You should stop the recording and free up device
no.
data.
You got it. I feel like after that $4,000 you won this weekend, we can get you some good AirPods first. and then we can get you like maybe over the 128 hard drive on the iPhone. We can maybe get you to 512, 1 terabyte. Like, what are we talking here?
Man, I need all of it. I'm not good with technology, to be honest.
I know.
Yeah, it's really barking at me right now.
Oh no, I wonder what's gonna happen. Well, if we lose you suddenly, I'll answer the questions, or Spencer will answer them as you, and we'll just work our way through it.
Perfect.
So yeah, Spencer, you got anything for I dig into some more?
Well, yeah, I would just like to have you walk us through a little bit more. So for those of people listening or whatever, myself included, I wasn't there. You went through 4 stages Saturday, woke up stage, and then woke up Sunday, stage 1 of the day or whatever, stage 5.
Right.
You rode to that stage.
Right.
Correct? And found out it was canceled there.
Yeah, so we did like a 17-minute pedal, and then they were like, "Oh, we thought you guys all dropped." And we're like, "No, we've just been transferring." Yeah. They're like, they're gonna cancel the stage, I think, or at least postpone it. So just go back to the venue. And it had started, like, when we left the pits, it wasn't raining. And then once we got like halfway, it started dumping pretty properly on us.
And what was going through your guys' head?
I mean, up until they told us no, I was thinking we were going to be racing in it. So,
was it cancelable? Like, would you say could you have gotten through it? Was it that bad?
It got progressively worse.
Yeah.
It got pretty significant there for a while, and then it didn't let up until like 3 p.m. So.
Wow.
I think it was the lightning that was the final decider on it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Because like me and JJ were down at the bottom of 5, and we were just waiting. And I was like, JJ, I can't tell if it's lighting up down here because like it's dark and the clouds are moving, or is it lightning striking in the way it was through, like when a lightning strikes and it kind of like flashes and it brightens it up in the woods.
Yeah,
we were trying to figure it out, but and then we got the cancel info. But
I mean, we got back to the pits, and maybe 30 minutes later, Rob finally called it.
Okay.
And by that point, I was starting to get kind of cold just because we had gotten really rained on. And then the temperature had dropped a little, pretty significantly. And so the storm was kicking up. The wind was, getting a little bit more breezy and whatnot. But
that place is wild for weather there.
Yeah. Well, even coming out to Tennessee, we had tornado warnings that we were driving with. And some pretty heavy rain. So
it looked like you made it. So
yeah, I know.
Like I got told, I don't know, there's a nuclear plant right there next to Mount Nebo.
Yeah.
I heard that's what it almost makes it a just different environment, or I don't know, how do you say, atmosphere there because of that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Johnny was at the Jackalope, who does the aid station. Sorry.
Okay.
He was saying, when that thing's pumping, like it will literally, if a storm's coming, it'll make it like go around the mountain.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just a weatherman at the local news station. So what do I know?
So all in all, the race got finalized early.
Yep.
You won.
Yep.
Happy? Is it a mixed bag of emotions? Did you want to race a couple more stages?
I would have loved to have ridden more, but I mean, there's definitely more potential for issues to come up, and then maybe I didn't win. So I'll take I'll take it. I know that for other people, like it kind of sucked because they had stages that weren't so good the day on Saturday.
Uh-oh. Did we just lose her?
There it is.
There it is. They would finally had enough of her. All right. Yeah, I mean, look, dude, if you're first and that gets called like that and you know it's just total mud bath out there, you're like, fuck yeah, let's cancel this shit. Give me the win, right? Like,
yeah.
But if you're,
Huh?
I don't know. I feel like that's me. That's my personal opinion. If I was leading that shit and there's $4,000 on the line, I'd be like, yeah, dude, I'm out. I'm fucking out. You know, I got the win on this shit. And then if you're second or third, you're like, oh fuck, like this sucks right now.
Yeah. Especially if you're Carolyn, who's like, oh, I put 10 seconds into her one stage, I could win.
Yeah. Seriously. No, they were. I was actually kind of surprised too. Like Carolyn kind of ripped the back pretty good this year. Like, well, hold on, Porsche's here. We'll see if it works again. Oh, you're back. How much? How much did we dump? We had to get rid of all the family photos real quick just so we can get this podcast off the ground.
I deleted some apps.
I love it.
I don't know
deleted apps. Holy shit!
It's the easiest way that I don't know. Anyways,
I love enduro athletes.
You did not actually delete apps.
Oh yeah.
No way, that quick.
Yeah.
Incredible. Good job.
Yeah. Wow. I need to hire her.
If it works.
So yeah, we were just basically talking to you about like, you know, look, if you weren't in the lead, let's just say you were second or third, like what would you in your mindset if that got canceled? You're like, fuck no, we're running this shit. You know?
Yeah, I would have been
strike me with lightning.
Hard pressed to like push to keep running for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But you're in the lead. You're like, hey, this is me. I got this shit.
Yeah.
Sucks. I don't know, man. It's their ruling, not me.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Yeah, I know. I mean, I get it from both sides. Like I've been in that position where where I'm like, if I just had one more, I could do it. One more stage or whatever. But
yeah, totally. Huh. I mean, yeah. So like basically going into that when it was raining, was there any stages like the 5, 6, 7 that you were worried about in the rain? You know, like because
there was kind of, but more so if it had been dry. So 5 had this climb in it. Yeah, 5 had this climb in it that during practice one day when it wasn't raining, it was so slippery. Just rear tire was not getting anything. So, but if it had been raining, that would actually probably been all right based on how.
Well, I can tell you because me and JJ were standing at that exact spot waiting for this situation when the rain, and it wasn't that rainy right there. Like the way that the canopy was, I think you would have been good. Probably Colton by the time he dropped, not been good. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And the way that climb worked is that there was like this weird little corner before it that kind of, if you blew it, you'd go straight into a tree. And but it wasn't that much like speed that you could carry from the downhill to get up the uphill. So it was really just a lot of pedaling. That was the thing I was like the most concerned about with the weather. 6 was just going to be kind of a grind. And then 7 would have been fun, I think. Would have been slick and kind of slippery.
Well, hey, we'll just never know.
I know.
We'll just never know.
We won't.
So, hey, look, like, I feel like in all of enduro, all the athletes seem to be pretty tight with everyone for the most part. But I feel like the women, you guys all have a pretty tight niche. Like you guys hang out, even maybe a little bit outside of racing more than you need to. Like, talk about that a little bit and like, what's that like?
So you're spot on with it. Like, I don't think there's any bad blood or anything with any of the women, at least not that I've experienced.
That you know about.
It's kind of been the reason why I loved enduro from the start was that when I did cross country, it was like everyone was mean mugging on the start line. And unless, until the pecking order was decided on who beat who, then nobody was going to be your friend type of thing. And with enduro, even when I got into it, and BME was one of the series that I started with, it was just always so much fun and everyone helped each other and was like, hey, follow me off of this, or, I'll tow you into this, or whatever it was. And it was just really, I don't know, really fun for me to do that because I'm not necessarily always the most ballsy or somebody to try it first. I have to kind of see things and then I can sometimes replicate it. So it makes it makes it nice. And I don't know, we're not worried about sharing lines or tips or helping everyone remember, like, oh, stage 3, there's 3 cutoff lines. Like, make sure you remember those. Because I think we all want it to be a fair and tight race. Like, it makes it more fun if we're battling for seconds as opposed to not.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's cool. That's super respectable of all the ladies. And I think that's one of the cooler things about the gravity side of sports, because I even see it in downhill in the men's field. I know, like, Loic Bruni has no problem sharing lines with people and telling people how to hit sections, because he's cool. Whatever. If you can do it better than me, great. Whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't good enough on that day, but if we all hit it and I do the same thing, like, I did it better, or whatever, vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, you're regardless of a line, you have so much more racing to select who's the best racer, and that's cool. And that's cool to hear. I haven't been to a BME, but it definitely does seem like all you ladies are, like, super close and friendly, because even the guys, there's definitely a bit of, like, animosity from one to the next. I mean, everyone's good, but
no one wants to see anyone die, but let's be real.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and I mean, I think it's maybe, I don't know, maybe the women's field will get to that point at some point. I kind of hope not, but when you are battling for seconds, and with the men's class, it is definitely a lot tighter more frequently. Like, the women's class is typically more spread out. But for the men's class, it's always, like, pretty tight. And so I think it gets a little bit more, I don't know if stressful is the word, but can get a little bit more tense maybe.
Oh yeah.
Have you done some, like, EWSs or EDRs?
Yeah, I've done a few.
Is it similar at that level?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I guess with the girls that I interact with, I don't know about, Isabeau and Morgan. Maybe they're, like, not stoked on helping each other out, but they're friends with each other, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Super cool.
So look, we got Windrock coming up. So it's 6 races instead of 5 this year. And every race counts. How's your feelings going into this season with that type of stuff?
I like.
Oh no. Do we just lose her again?
Oh, memory's full.
There goes all the apps. She's just done. She's just done with them.
Reboot the phone.
Reboot the phone. Yeah, so look, like, series this year for the pro class, because I mean, shit, there's money on the line now. It's like you gotta go to every race. You gotta put yourself up there, and a little bit different point structure. So I feel like
that was one thing that I wanted to ask too, and I'll ask you. But this was the first round with a lot of new rules, a lot of new things that got implemented this year. How was the strategically placed start times or the start order rather? How did everything go?
It's kind of interesting. Hold on, Porsha's back again.
She's got 5 minutes per reboot. So
Porsha, you are working so hard. I love it. We're gonna have to get you a new iPhone after this. This is bad.
Yeah, I know. I just got to get rid of all the crap I have on there.
How many apps did we get on this one in between?
2.
2. She answered that so quick. Holy shit. All right, Porsha. Well, let's see how much we can get out of this one. Look, I don't know if you remember the question, but I was basically just asking you about, now it's 6 rounds, not 5, and there's no missing around, so it's going to change the point situation. Obviously, look, last year the winner in the women's class missed a round and still won it because she was able to have that drop round. You ain't doing that this year,
right?
You liking that? How are we feeling for this thing?
Yeah, I love that. I think it's good. It helps the series grow, helps get more people racing in different locations and dealing with different conditions and trail settings and everything. So I think it's good. I think it makes for a much more interesting national level series, right? Like, it highlights a person who's diverse enough to race in all different types of terrain. And I like that.
there was obviously a lot of other new rules that went down this weekend. Any of them affect you? You feel good? I mean, you like the number plates, you like the call times. I mean, obviously there was a little bit of an issue with the drop times, and I think we're solving that for the next one. But yeah,
what happened?
Yeah, none of them really affected me. I'm on board with all of them. They make sense, and I'm fine with it. I like rules. I'm a rule kind of rule.
Well, then I'm gonna
anything.
hit you a little hard. Then I was a little bummed when we went to stage 4, and then you dropped a little earlier than you should have. Did you know that you went before Carolyn?
Stage 3 then.
Was it? No, it was 4. You dropped. Oh yeah, both of them you did.
No, because we were all there together on 4.
Yeah. Well, you dropped. We'll go with the lowest number going last. And your number's low, or yeah. But I think Bella was just lost at the aid station getting cokes. So, we were.
Well, I think what happened by the time we got to stage, when we even started the day on stage 1, the time was already messed up.
The times were messed up, but yeah, we were still.
Yeah.
It makes it a little bit confusing when some of the numbers are out of order or whatever. But I mean, I know the men's Rob had to go down there and like, hey, you're not getting out of order. Get back in order.
Gotcha.
And made them all go in order and stuff like that. But yeah.
So then
you were like, I don't care. I won. So.
Well, I am guilty of that then. So I guess I'm not as much of a rule follower as I thought I was.
Damn it. I'm standing. I'm out of this one. Sorry. Go ahead, Spencer. You asked.
How was that? How was that though? How was the numbers and things like that? Like, does that affect you guys at all?
Fine. No, it's fine. The problem became once the rain hit, because we were together for stages 1 and 2, and then the rain hit, and that long transfer really separated a lot of the fields. Yep. So we had a mix between the amateur and pro category as far as like pedaling. So I know Kara and I were both kind of under the same, let's get to stage 3 ASAP, or at least find out like what's going on, because timing by that point was already messed up. And so when we got there, the amateur women were dropping. So we were like, well, maybe we can just go with them since it was already pouring rain. Or getting close to pouring, So yes, we were not, I guess, dropping in the same number order and stuff. But I think
you all still dropped together though.
Bella was a little bit behind us. Bella and
she
Chloe
was
were
a little bit
behind us. But for stage 4, we all dropped together, but it was out of order. So
interesting. Yeah, because I mean, like they do that at EDRs, and if you miss your start, you're getting a penalty for it. And I mean, they'll fit you in or whatever. You still can do your run, but
exactly. And that's, I think what the problem is that we were the only category that had a start time, but everyone else was going ahead of us. So we either need to go.
You guys either need to go first, or we need to give you a bigger gap. We need to almost instead of you guys taking off at 10 or whatever, it needs to be like noon.
Why don't they just go right with the pro men?
I think.
Yeah.
I think
he's saying the whole pro category.
The whole pro category just needs to back up like another hour or 2.
Yeah.
Oh, is it after?
Yeah, they only gave him like an hour in the gap, and it was great until we got to I think someone had a medical on stage 1, just put their finger backwards, and then so that dropped them back like 20-30 minutes, and then after that, when they hit that rain in that stage, I mean, me and JJ were passing people that were just dying out there on our e-bikes. They were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I think Rob is gonna do something with that, because he's been seeing it as like a kind of like a problem area. Yeah. Last couple, at least that's what I've heard through the grapevine. So
totally, it makes it tough, like for all of us, like where to be and when to get there. Like we were sitting at aid station in between 2 and 3, me and JJ and a couple other media guys, and we were like, well, we still have time until we have to get to stage 3. And then like you guys took off and ripping. I was like, oh shit, what do we not know something? And we, the men hadn't even got to that aid station. So we were like, oh shit, we got to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the men in the end,
hopefully Windrock, one will have weather that helps make it easier.
It looks dry right now.
I know.
I'm stoked if it stays that way.
Yeah, it will be sick.
So what's the mindset for you for Windrock right now? What's the game plan?
I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I haven't ridden. So last time I rode here, which I do have a little PTSD from, it was 2 years ago when they had that massive snowstorm, and then they took motos up the trail to break up the snow, and then we rode down it. It was the sloppiest stuff I've ever ridden in my life. Like literally some of the stages I was just riding down my butt because I couldn't get my foot back on my pedal. So I'm excited to get some redemption out here. I do think it's a cool place to ride. Like, I didn't hike some of the trails today, and it looks really fun. I'm excited.
What do you, okay, so like you guys are all, you know, working as a team or whatever it is, but like, what is your guys' plan? I just want to know, wondering, like, since it's supposed to rain, it looks like Thursday, right? And maybe not on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Are you guys going to just not even do Thursday practice, you think? And then just go Friday, or do you just have to do Thursday practice, get in the mud anyways?
I don't know. We haven't talked about that yet. I've kind of thought about that on my own a little. I'm not sure if the guys have put any thought into it yet because it's Tuesday.
They don't really think.
They'll think about things Thursday morning. Yeah. But I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, depending on how many stages they give us, it might be too much for just Friday. So might have to do something on Thursday. I think it'll depend on what they give us, how many stages we have, how far away, how much pedaling we're gonna have to do, and how blown out do we want to be for Saturday, Sunday.
Make you guys pedal at all. Suffer.
Yeah.
You got one for Spencer? Because I got another one when you're ready.
No, go for it.
Yeah, so look, like last year, Sunrise kind of had the issues of round 2, and now these are back to back, so it's a different situation a little bit. I feel like, is the game plan like everyone kind of has these different game plans? Win, 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 or is it like do good, 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 and like just stay consistent? Like, where's yours for this one?
I'd say in general, I'm more of a let's stay consistent type of person. Obviously, win, 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 win would be nice and make it a lot more cushy going into the last couple rounds, or however many points I need to secure the overall. But I think being consistent is a much more healthy approach to doing it. If you're constantly up there, then more likely than not, the points will work out in your favor.
Because it's a whole new point structure, so it's almost like you know.
Yeah. So yeah, I think stay consistent would be my thought process.
Yeah, totally. Got a freshie one, Spencer? Or
I'm waiting for you to kind of finish the BME subject because I have other questions.
Nah, we can finish it. Let's go on to it. Well, she's also that's the other question I wanted to kind of ask, and then this will be like the last one for me. You're kind of acting as a little bit of a TM at these races, and you're keeping the kids in line, and you're babysitting, all the little ones. If Spencer was there, you'd be babysitting him as well, I feel like. Talk about that. Oh, is that what your thing, Spencer?
No, definitely.
Kind of.
I have definitely taken on, I'm assistant to the team manager. So I'm
team mom.
Doing like internal race.
Mom.
Yeah. Team reports and booking all the stuff and kind of organizing everything, which I really enjoy. I really like it a lot. So, and then I don't know, cook all the food and just hang out and stuff and make sure that we don't get banned from Airbnb and stuff. Which is a big
because it's underneath your name or whatever. Or no?
Yeah.
Oh man, whose name is it under? Yours?
Mine. Yeah.
Oh, that's risky with those boys.
I gotta make sure that. Yeah, I know. They get a little rambunctious. They saw that there was a side-by-side in the garage, and they looked at me, and I was like, "No, you can go rent one."
Could you imagine? Colton was like, "Hey man, can we like?" Oh, are the keys in?
Yes,
they are.
What?
Oh man.
Yeah.
You're lucky I'm not
there. I know. See.
Who's? I guess. All right. And that's my next question. Who is your problem child of the group? You know, the one that just doesn't pick up or do their laundry. What are we talking here?
I've got two problem kids, but for different ways. Max is the angel child. He's the like most mellow and doesn't really rock the boat or anything. And then Keller's the idea guy. Keller's got lots of ideas.
Keller's the idea guy.
And
That
Colton's
sounds bad.
the executioner. He is the one that goes and executes on all of these ideas that Keller has.
I love it right now. Oh man, that sounds dangerous as it is right there.
It's funny though, because that's exactly how they ride.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they ride. How they ride their bikes. It's the same.
I gotta say though, it is so fun. I really enjoy hanging out with them. It is a really good time.
Yeah, it's sick. It's cool. Your guys' little team.
As much shit as I give them.
Yeah, your guys' little team dynamic's pretty sweet. Just being around and being a fly on the wall in some of the races and whatever at Sea Otter. It's cool. You guys are a little family. So.
Appreciates my little comment.
Yeah, but that's Max, and that's everyone knows that. That's right. That's about right. Where's he? Tell him to come on.
Yeah, yeah. What do you got? Who you got there? Are they just standing there staring at you, or what?
No, they're upstairs watching something. I don't know what.
Something, yeah. UTV videos on how to hotwire this thing, or what?
They're watching the podcast to make sure they don't get shit on.
Yeah, we'll just shit on them right now, dude. Boys, step it up. Start cooking some dinner. You know, give her a break around here. It's pretty easy. They can get lasagna and just put it in the oven. Come on, boys.
Mother's Day is this weekend. They should do something for you.
Yeah, you guys need to get the team mom some presents, you guys. Come on. What are we doing here?
Yeah, you should start telling them that. I bet Max could cook. The other two guys I wouldn't trust, but
I love this.
I was down at Keller and Colton's house, and Colton made me a steak that was real good, and some chicken in the air fryer.
All you got to do is throw that thing on the grill.
Yeah. Let's give him a hard recipe or something.
Still
okay.
Counts.
Yeah. No,
Still counts. Okay. All right. Well, I love that this weekend, like you gave them the F-150 and then you were in the minivan, just bringing up the team. You know, they were just reckless. I don't know who the F-150's name was underneath, but there's probably some issues there for sure one day.
Luckily, that's Colton.
Nope. Well, Colton can do what he wants to do. He's a big boy. Well, all right, cool. Porsha, thanks for kind of coming on and giving us a little insight over the weekend. I mean, let's just pray for no rain this weekend. And, some great racing.
No tornadoes would be a good one too.
Yes. I'm there for the sun. You know, I'm there. I'm going to be outside spraying my aerosol cans. Global warming. Let's get this warmed up out here, you know.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, Porsha, I'll see you. We're going to be heading to the venue hopefully here soon. So we'll catch up with you and then, keep it going.
All right. Sounds good.
Good luck. Don't let Colton use your phone for this also.
Yeah. Make him get his own.
Give us something with some memory.
You can't lose any more apps, right?
It's going to be like either. His might be worse.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Damn it.
An iPhone too. Well, good luck, Porsha. Thanks for coming on.
All right, see ya.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Oh man, talk about like an interesting team dynamic there, right? Like, could you imagine just babysitting all them, but then also going to have to race your own thing and winning that, right? Like, brutal.
She's got her hands full. No, in all honesty, it's sweet. It really is. It's cool. They're like a family, and they treat it like that, and they keep everything going. So
Colton won't even give me a break right now. He's already hitting us up to get on right now. He's in the lobby waiting. We just punch him in, or we make him wait like a minute or two.
He's gonna come in screaming. So be careful. He's gonna be, I'm a responsible guy. I can.
All right, we're bringing him in. All right, Colton. Oh wow. Oh wow.
What? You're so fast,
we go.
Dude.
You're so fast. Yeah.
Porsha just hung up. She probably isn't even upstairs.
Yeah, dude. You're like a few.
Say hi to the boys.
Hey, boys.
There's the boys. The whole team. Oh, there
there's
we
Porsha.
go. Our
We weren't
past
sure
interview.
we could get Colton up to fucking Wisconsin in time.
Oh, you can cuss. We're free spirits around here. We good. All right, Colton, it's your turn, dude. No pressure. You got them all just standing there staring at you right now. You might need another room, you know?
Yeah, I'll go downstairs.
Yeah, thank you. This guy.
I'm going to my room. I got the
Jesus, we slam doors around here.
Check this
Yeah.
crib out.
Well,
What are
Colton.
we even looking at?
I don't know.
MTV cribs, baby.
We're about to lose him as he goes onto his bed.
Yeah, Wi-Fi sucks.
Am I losing you?
No, you're good. It's okay, Colton. You're just having fun. We get it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, dude.
What's up, winner?
Colton
What's
Peterson,
up,
your
brother?
winner of the round one
up,
of the BME Arkansas round. Talk to us, dude. Like $4,000 richer. We hit Chili's afterwards. How many margs did we get?
We actually hold on. I'm trying to get this thing open.
Oh man.
I broke it. Anyway, what did we do? We kind of chilled, to be honest with you. We went. It was Cinco de Mayo, so we got margs at some Mexican spot, and I think we only got like 2 pitchers. It was chill.
How are the margs in wherever you are, Arkansas?
Oh, they're pretty good. They were a little weak, but it's all right.
Yeah.
You didn't tell him who you were when you walked in. You're like, I just won up on this mountain. What's up?
Nah, everyone, Keller and them were making me try, or like they were like forcing me to pay for everything, but I was like, no, I'm not paying for everyone. So Porsha and I split it.
Did you tell your bartender to read your shirt?
No.
You're like, look, honey,
Wow.
all
No,
gas, no ass. Okay.
It was a guy.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh man. It's because his team mom was there babysitting him. He couldn't get too out of hand.
Yeah, exactly. No, and then
Right.
I
All right,
went
dude.
to Waffle House too.
Oh,
Okay,
I
okay.
seen that photo. Yeah, okay. Finally. Pop your
It was
cherry,
kind
or
of
was that?
disgusting. I didn't even finish my breakfast because the floors were greasy.
Dude, I'm not a big Waffle House fan, so I would have to agree with you.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know. It was my first experience in it. I don't think I'll go back.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, dude. I'm kind of more like a Denny's guy.
Yeah, or IHOP.
But IHOP, I feel like it's just basically dessert.
Yeah.
It's not even breakfast. You can't even get anything in there that doesn't have sugar.
Yeah, that's true.
The water has sugar in there. All right, Colton, talk to us about the weekend, dude. You got the win. We just went over with Porsha about the crazy weather, but how was it for you?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. The first like 2 practice days, like I don't know, I just like wasn't very comfortable there because it was like super slippery, and then I've been messing around with like tire pressures and stuff lately, just trying to get used to the like specialized tires. So like I was used to running like super low pressures with Maxxis, and then I went to like specialized tires and then had like to run 25, 26, 27 because that's basically what the boys were telling me to run. And then made some adjustments after the first day and went lower and ran Cushcore in my wheels. And I was able to run 22, and that was the key.
Giving out the secrets right now. I
Yeah,
love it.
I'm not gonna lie, that was it. Like solved all my problems. And then day 2 of
Really?
practice, I was like felt so much more comfortable on the dirt and stuff, and I was able to push actually. And then obviously race day, the first stage was like pretty greasy in some areas, and honestly I just got in a super good flow from the top. I like slammed the first corner and I was like, oh, we're hooking already, and then foot out every single corner after that. It was like it felt so good. And then I think it was
So you straight up ran different tire pressures all practice.
Yeah, and wheels. I've never ran carbon wheels, so it was like kind of a had to take a big risk, to be honest with you, because I've never ran carbon wheels on a race day.
No Cushcore, no padding, nothing.
No,
I ran Cushcore in the rear.
Oh, you run Cushcore in the rear though.
Yeah.
Okay.
He already said this, bro. Listen.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
And no, and it felt actually really good. And yeah, and then what was it? Stage 3 was when it was like super gnarly. You saw it, and I was like, dude, this is where like you can make up a lot of time, because it was a 5-minute stage and it was so gnarly out. Like Spencer, I don't know if you saw videos or anything, but it was like lightning and just pissing rain for like an hour on us. I had to like give my phone up because my phone was just soaked. Everyone took their lenses out, and then it was like full on game time. I don't know. It felt really cool.
All right, I have a question on the whole no lens thing.
Yeah.
Why don't you just take your goggles off?
Dude, you take your goggles off and you get so much more mud in your face. The frames knock it down more.
I don't know.
I don't know
how much I believe.
I swear, dude.
I don't know. Okay.
Try it out.
Though.
Go back to back.
Okay.
You're drunk. Go home.
Because that was a genuine question. Like I've.
No, I'm serious. You ask like even like the World Cup guys that if they were to run, if it was like if they were fogging up or whatever, they would take the lenses out, and that way the frames knock down the mud getting into your eyes a little bit. I mean, you obviously are going to get a little bit of mud in your eyes, but it's not as much.
Why not bring some roll-offs? Since you guys knew it was muddy.
Yeah, I could do that.
Or just start ripping tear-offs.
No, you can't do tear-offs.
Dude, I don't know. To be honest with you, it's so humid there that they would have fogged up anyway, and I would have been able to see.
No, we'll just drill holes in it.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, what goggles were you running?
Smiths.
Okay. Did you have their like mountain bike super vented ones?
Yeah. Yes, I think so.
Like with the holes up top.
Yeah.
I think
And
Colton
those were fogging up.
Yeah, dude, it's humid there, Spence.
Yeah, dude, I know, I get it, I get it, but that's the whole point of the holes.
No, there was nothing. There was nothing gonna knock that down.
Yeah, next coming up is the Smith representative to talk to Colton.
Dude, you should have. If you would have been there, you would have been like, "Yeah, I'm not running goggles." Austin, tell him how gnarly it was.
It was not gnarly. He's just being a crybaby,
dude. Okay. Anyway, for like second corner in,
it was, dude.
I heard you, Austin, when I went by. What?
What did I yell?
You said like, I can't remember. You said like, "Holy shit, dude!"
No, that was not me. You're crazy.
And then someone said something that fired me up, and I was like, "Oh, it's game time!" And I dropped in on this like road thing, and I went straight to flat, and mud just went right to my eyes, and I couldn't see shit. And it was on the road, and I started sprinting, and I just remember like sprinting like this.
And we're talking stage 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we were all standing in that one little, like you took off, and then you kind of did that right, and there was that rock there.
Yeah.
Every single one of you hit the rock except for you.
Yeah.
And we were like, "How in the fuck did he just do that?" Because you did it like you didn't even hit your brakes. It was wild.
No, it fired me up.
So that was us. Yeah.
I went down onto the road, and I like flat landed. I remember. I didn't remember hitting it that fast in practice, and it just like sprayed right in my face. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be one of these runs where I can't see the rest of the run. And it was super gnarly after that because it went onto the flow track and it was super fast, and just like it just was spitting into my face. I remember, and then like the fresh cut sections of the track were super greasy, and I just remember going into the fresh cuts like trying to blink because I don't know, Spencer, have you had it where like you're getting like mud in your eyes and you like blink and it like clears for a second?
Oh yeah.
It was like it would like clear for a second, and then it would go back to like having to blink to like clear it, and it was just like it felt like I had my eyes closed pretty much the whole run, but it worked out.
I remember like 2 years ago in practice at TDS, it was you and me just motoing in the mud.
Yeah.
And same deal. It was like I was like blackface basically, like just painted with the red dirt, and just my eyeballs were out.
No, that's exactly how it went. And I actually won that stage by like, I don't know, 7 seconds or 8 seconds.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Cool. So I don't know, Austin, if you remember what Porsha called Colton, but she said he was the executioner, and you asking how he goes around the rock and everyone else hits the rock. Like, that's exactly why. And that's Colton's riding style. He fucking says it.
That's the new nickname for you. We're just going to call you the Executioner.
The Executioner. We'll make you a butt patch.
I'm going to do that.
That should be on my like a butt patch. That would be sick.
That's what or a t-shirt.
Yeah. The Executioner.
Next Colty P merch. Colty EE.
Hey man, so look, you had some pretty stiff competition this year, but you had a new one pop up over here in America with that Jonathan kid.
Yeah.
And he popped off that 4 seconds faster on stage 1.
Who?
What was your feeling like Yeah. So Spencer, do you know Jonathan Helly, as you say it, or Healy?
Yeah.
I can't remember. He ended up getting
Was he at
fourth on the
Seattle?
day. I don't think so.
He raced like U21 World Cups last year.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I saw his run and I was like, damn, that was pretty impressive. Like 4 seconds, 3.5 seconds, or whatever it was on me on the first stage. But like, I just remember going through my head. I wasn't even worried, to be honest with you. I knew that there were 6 stages left and the conditions were gnarly, and like even the people behind me, I knew that they had an opportunity to gain a bunch of time, because there was like I was saying 5-6 minute stages left, and it's anyone's game until literally the last stage, and so I wasn't too worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he blew up on stage 2. I don't know if it was just because it was such a gnarly long stage. But yeah,
he's actually such a talented like rider. Like seeing him in practice, I was like, it's actually insane seeing him go through some of the stuff. I'm like that. There's no one in the world gonna go faster than that, and it's like insane. But if he can put like a solid 7-stage race at that pace, I don't think anyone would touch him. But that's extremely hard to do.
Yeah, because he came out firing on that stage 1, and then you clapped all your suspension down. I thought you were gonna mow us down in that section on stage 1, and like
so hard.
Yeah, no one flat landed like you did. Everyone else kind of, he did the little checkup. I swear it was like someone just took your TRP brakes right off, and you're like, whoa, bam, like the ground shook a little bit. For sure. I even heard you kind of giggle, laugh, like, whoa.
I did.
You did.
I was like, well, I scared the boys.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we were not expecting that. Me and Ben looked at each other like, fuck. But yeah, no, that was interesting. So yeah, I mean, what was your feelings when that shit started fucking pouring rain before 3? Like, where were you at in your mind?
Like what I was saying to you in the earlier podcast or whatever, or pre-show. Yeah, I was like, dude, I wanted it to rain, and I was
but you and like fucking everyone else said that. I want it to rain. Get out of here. Did you really though?
But I was I was stoked, because that's what I was telling you, is that like the gnarlier the better it is for me. So like I feel like when there's
JJ just rolled his eyes right now hearing this.
No,
over
I
there
swear.
In the corner.
When people like see the gnarly conditions, they kind of like freeze up, or like they get scared.
This is what I say. This is
exactly they kind of get scared and hesitant. I don't really get like scared of that stuff. It makes me think that like, oh, like I have an edge, like a competitive edge now, like over all these people. I don't know. That's how I think. All
right. Well, you obviously did.
I'm with you. I always say that when people start getting gun shy on the trails, it's like when I'm like, all right, sick. Like I'm not afraid of this, because it's the same thing. Everyone's dealing with the same thing. But as soon as you get a little gun shy, that gives you an opportunity to be like,
I wasn't dealing with the same thing.
I know how to ride a bike, you know.
No, I don't know. I just that's just how I am. The gnarlier it is, the better. It's just, I don't know.
Yep.
I can get into that. I get into like a different mindset and like mode.
Wow, look at this. First alcoholic beverage on stream.
It's just been a stressful. No way, Jamesy's always chugging it hard. Yeah, we're on the down home punch right now. I'm getting ready for you, Colton. I'm gonna really fire some proper questions off at you.
Hey, I heard there's a side-by-side in the garage.
Yeah, there is.
What are we doing? Are we gonna take that thing out?
Dude, we were thinking about renting some today, but there's $600 with a $1,600 cover charge.
Yeah, well, you know why, right?
Because the executioner's in town.
The executioner's in town.
Keller doesn't want to go in on it with me because he thinks that I'm going to break it, and I'm like, no, I would not.
I mean, shit,
you know what? Also,
you just made 4K.
Hold on. So, did Keller also? Were you part of that text message he was sending me the other night during Supercross? Was he telling you what he was saying to me? He said that you thought you would be racing outdoors in 2 years and could qualify for an outdoor national.
I could?
Yes, he said that.
No.
He said, okay. All right. I was like, fuck no. Unless he has red hair that I don't know about, I fucking highly doubt it.
I think he was talking about himself.
Oh, himself?
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
I'm still out on that.
We always play this game at home. So like whatever like hobby we're doing, like that
You guys
day,
are watching
like,
NBA
golfing.
and you're like, fuck yeah, man.
How many years would it take to become like a professional golfer? Keller thinks like 4 years to become PGA Tour guy.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
What's his swing like? Give me a video. Keller, I know you're
It's
watching this shit in the other
horrific.
room. Fucking let's see it right now.
Horrific.
Let's see it.
Keller, show us the swing.
Show us your swing. Go get the club from next to the UTV in the garage and let's do this shit. You guys are fucking
It's pretty funny. That's how we roll.
And they said James is the crazy one. All right. So look, that fucking rain came. You guys got it canceled. Where was our feelings on that? You know, I mean, you're obviously in the lead, so it worked out great for you. But like, yeah.
Honestly, I kind of wanted to. I mean, it is what it is. Like racing or not racing, I was kind of looking forward to it though, just because the stages on the second day were a bit. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. They were just like, what was it, stage 5 for the second day was.
That was the one off the other side. It was stage 1 last year.
Yeah. I think that was going to be the deciding factor of the race, to be honest with you.
Really? Why is that? Was it because that
there
weird
was
uphill?
Yeah, there was two big climbs in it, and I think I had like a good strategy, but the first what was it, like the first couple corners were like super flat, so I was like, okay, like I'm gonna go into this without like killing my legs, and then after that there was like a decent road climb to it, and then seat up, pedal, and then you drop into this gnarly like chute thing, and it was super greasy, Spence, and it was like a left-hand corner to like this super steep uphill, but the left-hand corner was like, I don't know, there was like nothing there, so it was like gonna be super hard to carry your speed up the hill, but that was gonna be the deciding factor.
Death tree at the bottom of it if you fucked up.
Because you can either gain 20 seconds or lose 20 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, what was the strategy? I mean, look, we're not at Nebo right now. It's over. What was your strategy for it?
Basically, just don't kill my leg. Don't kill my legs until that area. Because so like how I was telling Max this, like this doesn't suit everyone, but my sprinting legs when I stand up, I don't have very powerful sprinting like when I'm standing up. When I sit down, I can, I don't know, do 500, 600, 700 watts for like a decent amount of time, but I can only do like
saddle
watts.
up.
Yeah, saddle up
okay.
And just like crank for like, I don't know, a minute or whatever, 30 seconds. But if I were to do that standing up, I would just be dead by the end of the stage. And by the end of the stage, when there's like a climb or whatever, I would be cranking and I wouldn't be going anywhere.
Well,
so
was the plan to pop the seat on that then?
Like, yeah, on stage 3, I popped the seat the entire time.
What?
Yeah.
Stage 3?
Yeah. On the flow track, every turn, every corner, and then there was like a flat section, I would put the seat up and just crank.
Hey, Spencer, you do the same thing? Like when there's sections like that on an enduro, you pop the seat?
It depends, but yeah, for sure.
Like Sea Otter, how many times did you guys pop the seat?
At Sea Otter, stage 4 with the long climb in it, I for sure had the seat up for most of that climb.
Dude, I burn, if I were to sprint right out of the gate, seat down like I do normally, and then second corner in, keep sprinting with the seat down, I wouldn't have legs by the bottom.
Wow. All right.
I'm giving away my secrets, but
it's over, dude. I mean, me and JJ are signing up for Windrock. You better fucking watch yourself.
No, to be honest with you, I learned it from, I kind of had like a little bit of an XC background, but when I was in Finale watching Richie, when I got to follow Richie in Finale, he has a seat up a lot.
Really?
Because he has, I feel like he has like,
you guys kind of have the same build.
Yeah, his power sitting down is just as powerful as him standing up, and I think, and so I mean, when you're sitting down, you're using different muscles, so you can use different muscles than when you're standing up at the end of the stage and really power through, you know.
Let's go back to why Spencer was laughing when I said that just a second ago. What was that?
You said he had the same build as Richie.
He kind of, I mean, compared to like a Keller or a Max, like he's not small and not skinny. So that's not what Colton is. He's a little bit big. I mean, look, I've seen Colton hit a tree and the tree knocked Colton down, but then when I seen Richie Rude hit that same tree, the tree fell down. So yeah, there's a little bit of a difference there.
No, I'm getting bigger.
You've been bulking up.
You don't
Winter bulk up.
Whatever.
Yeah, I was almost 200.
And now what are you?
Like 185.
Okay. All right. Whatever you got to tell yourself, bud.
Whatever you got to tell yourself, bud.
I
Colton
know
is not built like Richie.
He's not, but he's
sorry.
He's a bigger
Sorry,
person than the
Colton.
rest of them. How many of them are as big as Colton out there at the BME?
I don't know. You're
I
not
know
that
you
much
don't go.
bigger
So
than,
Colton,
like,
why
me.
don't you answer?
You're not that much bigger than like me and Aiden.
Maybe it's just the face, his cheeks.
How
He's just
tall
got
are
a
you?
fat face. I don't know.
Almost 6'2".
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
He's not that much bigger. How tall are you, Spencer?
6 foot.
Are you
But
really?
I'm 180 pounds.
You're like 5'10". Don't fucking lie to me.
No, not even close. Measure me. Come over, bitch.
All right, I got a tape measure. I know where you live.
Come on.
All right, yeah. So Colton, it got canceled. You won that shit. You got $4,000. You were up there. You were popping champagne. Now, what the fuck are we doing for Windrock? What's the plan?
Dude,
Put the
I
seat
don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm stoked for this one. We just walked one of the tracks. It's greasy as hell. And it's going to rain all the next 2 days, so it's going to be super greasy probably. So it should be interesting.
Gnarlier the better.
Yeah, like I said, no, I've got a lot of confidence right now. I feel really comfortable on the bike already, and I've only ridden the Enduro. This is my 5th time now.
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
what about that? Yeah, go Spencer.
I was just going to say, talk to me about that, because I feel like the first couple of races you were kind of hitting the panic button.
Dude, I was frustrated as hell. I talked to Curtis about it and stuff, and I was not happy, to be honest with you. The first three races, and thankfully I got that out of the way before the big races like the BME. Like, that's what I get paid to do, is to get good results at BME. So that was a big relief after I got on this bike and had a good result. It kind of boosted my confidence. But yeah, the first 3 rounds on the Stumpy Evo, I thought it was going to be the race bike for the year, because it's just weird, because when you're at home testing bikes, you're obviously going really fast on your home tracks or home trails or whatever, so you feel really comfortable. But then when you get tested against, like, for example, Marco Osborne and Aiden and Jake at TDS, you have to push that extra level. And when I pushed that extra level on the Evo, it's just I just wasn't comfortable. I was going in each stage, I was like kind of getting scared, to be honest with you, because I couldn't predict where the bike was going to go. And I don't know if it was bike setup or whatever, but I just couldn't figure it out. And I was second guessing myself in all the stages, and I just wasn't riding like myself. And then I got on the Enduro at Nebo. I mean, it's kind of like...
Did you ride the Stumpy Evo at TDS?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I shouldn't have, but just because it's high speed there. I mean, one day was different than the other. One day was like more downhilly stages, and one was a little bit more pedally and tight. But anyway, I think the Enduro is the bike in the U.S. at least.
Yeah.
Just because of how stable I feel like. I feel like I can push as hard as I can. It's like a mini downhill bike. And it pedals good. As you can see at Nebo, it pedaled really good.
I've experienced this same thing. I go back and forth. Every time I ride the Stumpy Evo, I'm like, dude, I'm racing this thing.
Yeah.
I have so much fun on it. And then I raced it at Mount Shasta like 2 years ago now, maybe.
Yeah.
And I got smoked, and I didn't know why, and I was super frustrated. And I'm like, dude, I can't go fast on this bike. Like, soon as you push,
dude, yeah.
Is it just a funner bike to ride, or like you guys just feel like you're more flickable and something like that?
Yeah.
But then as soon as you got to hit rocks hard, the bike doesn't go through it like the Enduro does.
Exactly. I feel like when I was on the bike, I can maneuver it really well, and I think that's what I was feeling. I was able to going to be able to control it more when I'm racing, but it's for racing, you don't need that. Like, you just need to be comfortable so you can push more. And when I got in the Enduro, it took me a little bit, but I was comfortable pushing through you saw me on the first stage, just plowing to flat. I didn't second guess.
You didn't look out of control when you did it. Like it wasn't like you're out. This was just it clapped out. I mean, but it handled it fine.
I didn't second guess myself going in at anything at my speed I was going. It was just like I was going to go through it and what was going to happen. Like it just felt stable, so I was like comfortable pushing everywhere. And so I think this bike is going to fit me really well at Windrock because it's super gnarly here and long tracks. And that was my mistake early in the season in March. Is I raced the Evo here, and I remember following Marco and seeing him go through these rock gardens and stuff and me following. I had to push so hard and I just felt so sketchy behind him, and he looked so stable on his bike. I was like, I didn't put 2 and 2 together at first, but now that I'm thinking of it and reflecting on it, I was like, damn, I was just on the wrong setup.
Yeah, it's funny because like I've always, me and Spencer have this battle on like less suspension and even like the Stumpy Evo and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, I can only ride the enduro trails. Like I'm not as talented, not even close to what you guys are as talented on a bike, right? Like I'm like, dude, I need every inch of that travel. I need it to save my life. So every time I'll ride with you guys and you guys are on the Stumpy Evo, just flicking it, flapping berms, whatever the hell it is. And I'm just like, what the fuck? You know, I'm always pissed. So welcome over to riding the bike that I could deal with, you know?
It's interesting. It's pretty tough. Like I've like I was saying, gone back and forth because one of my best results ever was at Mammoth Mountain for Enduro Nationals, and I got second on a 120 bike on a Trek Fuel EX. I raced Enduro and got second in like I don't know 16 or something like that.
Yeah.
And there, the small bike, because there's not like super long rock gardens, you're just kind of pinned on pumice. It was the bike.
Yeah.
You're pedaling, you're going on top of all the roughness, and you stay out of the big holes, and it's fine. But as soon as it gets to be like you're hitting consecutive bits of like roughness, that's when that thing just goes away from you and you have to slow down. Where the bigger bike has the ability to just be a tractor and plow through it.
For sure.
But yeah, good, man. Regardless, I was just going to say I'm stoked for you, and I'm stoked that you figured it out, and it's good to see because I could tell you were tripping a little bit there.
I wasn't, dude, to be honest with you, I wasn't even having fun.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't really have fun when I'm not winning, to be honest with you. It kind of sucks.
I'm only here to win, so everyone else fuck off.
If I'm not winning, like I probably not enjoying myself.
Hey, stage. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, stage 4, dude. You lost by 7 seconds. What was up with that?
Dude, that was a disaster.
Just you track slippage. What was it? The bike?
Dude, no. I just made a mistake at the top. There was this tricky fire road thing into this sharp right-hand corner, and I was like, I did the top section really good, and as soon as I got into this next section, I was cruising, and then I washed the front end out, and I barely caught myself, and I had to push through, like scooter my way through the rock garden. So I mean, that was a pretty good chunk. Yeah, pretty good chunk of my time. And then after that, I got in such a bad flow because then right after that, it's so hard when you make a big mistake like that. You want to push at that extra to make up the time, but you can't do that on such a short track and like janky track. You have to be so patient with that stuff because just like stage 1, you saw it, it's tight and then open and then tight and open. You got to find like the perfect speed to just flow through it, because if you're just going into stuff so fast and like just fast and right-hand corner brake, and then all your braking points get off, and it just was a disaster after that. So that's kind of how I felt. So it just didn't flow very well.
I figured it was the pink gloves.
To be honest with you, I wasn't worried about that stage at all. I just, after like I was saying, there was 3 before the race. I like make a mental note of where the time is going to be made up and who's going to where to win the race. And it was stage 3, 5, and 7, or stage 3, 5, and 6.
Well,
and so I knew it was a 2-minute track. I wasn't going to lose too much time, but I ended up losing 7 seconds.
and you had built up a pretty solid lead already.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I still 13 seconds up.
Yeah. That's pretty freaking big.
Yeah.
Well,
after losing 7 seconds.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I just picked. I was just picking apart the results, and I was like, "Where the fuck? Like, you're not even in the top 5. Oh shit!" And you were like down there. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Especially
it looks like
second back was all real tight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Aiden was like one off of you on that. Because Aiden, he wants that top 3. He's coming for you guys. Like,
Yeah.
I would say outside of your crew, he's pretty hungry right now.
Yeah, for sure. He's hungry for a win.
Yeah, you gotta watch out, dude. Just be coming.
For sure.
So now that you got the bike that you love, the one I told you to ride from the beginning, but you never listened to me. So now you got that one. Whole season, we're just rocking that then.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Not even thinking about the Stumpy Evo.
I
Stumpy
won't.
Evo's on sale on Marketplace.
That thing's in retire mode. Who wants to buy it? Buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're not allowed to say that.
Yeah. It's on the store where you buy the merch.
I'm just kidding.
It's custom painted with some stickers on it.
Yeah,
it's all right.
No, yeah, I'm just looking forward to the rest of the season now. I was glad to get that first one out of the way.
Okay, so then here's my
favorite one.
My next question on this: what size?
S4.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't think at 6'2" you should be like an S5 guy, or?
Heck no, that bike is huge.
No, is it? Okay,
yeah.
Good. Thank you. I'm glad someone's finally saying this because I'm
40 mil stem, baby. Maybe 50 mil. I don't know. I still have to, dude. I wish the tracks were open right now, or at least Windrock, so I could go do some testing because I still need to do a lot of testing on the bike. Like I want to try the 50 mil stem on it a little bit. I need to get the.
How much did you ride it before you came up? Or came out?
I'm not even kidding. So I'll tell you the story. Built it up like probably 2 weeks. Swag wagon. Jake Keller's dad built it up 2 weeks before TDS, and I rode it one time. I think it was, I rode it one time, and then the day before TDS, we went shuttling, and I rode it another time shuttling with Cam and Jake, and I flatted my front end at the bottom of the track, and I was like, that was my sign. I'm racing the Evo. So I rode it 2 times before coming here.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I mean, wow. All right. Yeah. Well, I guess give it a few more days and this season's over. Is that what you're saying? No, give it a few more days and the boys ain't gonna even have a chance. Is that what I'm hearing right now? Or what are we saying? Holy shit.
I'm feeling good on the bike, right? Like, I don't know. I feel comfortable on it already. But the new fork, it feels good. I'm getting used to all that. But I just need to do a little bit more testing on the front end, just trying to get it a little bit more comfortable pushing. I feel like I'm using too much of the track still. Like I want to turn it more faster.
It's kind of funny to hear you kind of talk a little bit this way, because I feel like when I talk to you, like, and don't take this wrong a little bit, like you almost give off a little bit of like, I just fucking ride my bike, fuck everyone, But like right now, I can hear the gears kind of moving in the analytical. You're like, hey, I know these stages where I could save time.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna do. You kind of almost go with a little bit of strategy, but then it also sounds like you're not scared to throw a fucking Hail Mary and just load a bike up and go race it.
Yeah. No. I took a lot of risks, to be honest with you, at this first race. I wasn't, like I was saying, the carbon wheels, I've been flatting a lot just because I don't know why I've been flatting, just riding hard. But
nice dance. Nice dance on that one.
And then with obviously racing on carbon wheels is always scary because you break a wheel and you're freaking done. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen this race. I just know that I'm going to run pretty much similar setup. Carbon wheels again, Cush core here at Windrock, and probably super low tire pressure, to be honest with you. You got to risk it for the biscuit sometimes.
Speaking of carbon wheels, did you guys see both Bernard Kerr and Greg Menard's wheels go sayonara?
Yeah, pretty gnarly. You don't have to be saying that before Windrock race.
Gnarly. Sorry.
No, wow. I think this first race or this Windrock race is going to be interesting because it's fresh track and we just talked to Damon and it's super greasy out there. So.
All right. Well, then I guess that leads me to my next question. You kind of know some of the stages, right, for Windrock since you guys walked it?
We walked one of them and we didn't even know where we were going, but
you've rode here before then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we feeling like? What's Windrock on your ranking scale?
Dude, it's up there. It's fast. It's a little janky in some areas. I just think if I can get comfortable on the 2 practice days, it's going to be a good race.
Yeah.
If I can get used to like the mud and sliding and not get frustrated at the very beginning, I think it'll go well. It's just really easy to get frustrated in the mud and stuff.
I mean, this weather's crazy back east. I mean, fuck, dude. It's like we're just never getting a break. But
dude, it's been a mud race
looks
every
good.
single race so far. I just want a dry race.
Yeah, seriously, right? I guess. Well, except for Sea Otter.
Sea Otter and TDS.
Yeah, I mean, Sea Otter
wasn't TDS a mud race? I seen photos. Was it partially?
Just practice.
Just practice.
And the first day,
that
the
place
first day was
dries out
janky.
so fast.
Yeah, but it doesn't have arsenic in the dirt. You guys are all fucked.
There were some greasy areas, dog.
How much poison oak did you get?
0.
Just healed from it.
Yeah, it didn't do me any justice when I left from Sea Otter. It got me good.
Yeah, dude, I'm tired of it. It's so bad where I live too in Auburn.
Yeah. Well, you thought you were immune, and then you went out to that place.
I know.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there ain't no poison oak back here, right? What do we got? Something?
That's where Colton's from. Do you know that?
Oh, you're from Chicago? Oh, yeah, you do have this 630 number you keep hitting me with. Okay.
Chicago.
Holy shit. What the
Chi-town, baby.
Chicago.
So, okay, look, dude, I'm pretty much up by your house. I'm here in Michigan, South Bend, Indiana, basically. You know where that's at? Redbud?
We used to go to Redbud all the time.
Wow. Well, this is clearly the RV capital of the world. I don't know if you knew that. I'm getting fun facts while I'm out here on this road trip. Where the fuck do you ride around here?
You don't. I didn't. I didn't really. There was like some riding in Wisconsin a little bit that we did, but I didn't really get into like enduro stuff and gnarly mountain bike stuff until I moved to Colorado when I was like 18, 19.
Oh, really? So you're a late bloomer?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I guess I haven't really got an insight. Give me a little rundown of the Colty Peterson racing.
Well, I grew up racing motocross. I'll give you the rundown real quick. Grew up racing motocross. I got hurt a lot, and my mom pretty much made me quit dirt biking because I was hurt all the time.
Dude, before you go any further, I feel like all motocross dudes that get hurt or sketchy like that do really fucking great in mountain bike.
Yeah, so...
Is that you?
Yeah, I was hurt. We were in the hospital every weekend pretty much. And so then, because I was playing baseball at the time, and I was really good at baseball. Well, not really good, but just like decently good at baseball when I was really young. And then I kind of plateaued at one point. And then I was like, this isn't for me. And then moved to Colorado and then got into mountain bikes.
Hold on. Family move or you just moved?
I just moved when I got out of high school.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You were just like, fuck it. What? I mean, I'm just just out of whim going to Colorado? Explain.
It was like a family friend was from my dad's like old high school friend had an ice cream shop, and he was like looking for a manager to manage it for the summer. And he was like, "Hey, would you want to do it?" And so I moved out there and managed the ice cream shop. And then
scoop some ice cream. I didn't.
Yeah. And I moved there, and my dad gave me didn't give me, but let me use his Yeti ASR, and I was riding that like cross country bike there. And then for my first ice cream paycheck, I bought an enduro bike. It was an Evil Offering from the East Coast, and it was so clapped. It was a 120 bike. And I remember just riding it all summer. And I was like, I'm going to race one of these BMEs. And I think there was like a couple other small races I did before that. But then I raced the U21 Santa Fe, and I won. And it was like, okay, here we go.
What the fuck?
Wow, that's pretty sick. It's a good story.
Yeah.
The ice cream executioner. I love it, dude.
Dude, holy fucking
I'm gonna start calling you Scoops or something like that.
Scoops. I love it. Dude, I love both of them. Executioner, Scoops guy.
I worked at the
Monarch
ski resort in the winter, and then the ice cream shop in the summer, and then after that it was I raced the U21 stuff, and I did pretty well. I think I got third overall in the series, and then had like a couple other sponsorships, and then I think what was it?
Jesus Christ. If anyone recognized you from the Scoops place, just bum out the ice cream, and now this dude's winning BMEs for $4,000. I mean, what the fuck is going on around here?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool. It was in a
Holy
small town called Buena Vista.
Wow. I'm kind of taken. I'm wow. Okay.
What?
I'm blown away. I really thought you were like you rode more before this, and wow.
Everyone thinks I'm from California. Everyone was like, "Oh, I thought you were a California boy or something." Like
you have a California sounding
boy.
voice though. Like, let's be real. Like, I feel like Chicago guys got a little accent with a little angry, or you don't seem angry.
Nah, every time I talk to someone, everyone's like, "Oh, you're from the Midwest," and I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know that." They're like, "I like you more now." I'm like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, that
corn,
makes sense.
Fred, and bread. What can I say?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I like you more now. You queued that one up. Spencer, what you got for this guy? Fire off some on him.
I got nothing, man.
I mean, but I was blown away by that story. So, what are we feeling for this season? Now, I didn't know that you were stressing a little bit coming in, and then now.
Oh yeah, big time.
You just handled it, just like those scoops of ice cream. What if I had a triple scoop?
I just didn't know what I was doing wrong. Like, when it's just frustrating because when you think you're doing the best you can and trying so hard and you're not getting the results you want, or like you're just getting waxed on stages, it's so frustrating. But then when I raced Arkansas, I was like nervous because I was like, I was honestly scared of getting down and being in like sixth because I've never had that.
So scared. You were like, just send me another fucking bike. I'm going for this shit.
And so
I don't even care if it's got carbon rims.
No, I just kind of, it just worked out.
Hey man, it worked out good, dude. It crushed it.
Yeah, it was just weird because it came a little bit easier than what I've been doing the last 3 days or 3 weeks.
3 days. 3 days.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Okay. Don't bet against you. Maybe I'm going to take that back. Maybe it is 2 years and you could qualify for an outdoor national. I'm a little bit changing my idea on this. I got to see some moto footage of you riding.
Dude, I don't ride good on the moto.
See, I fucking knew it. These moto guys that I raced with, like, they were always fucking ripping themselves into the ground. They are so good on fucking mountain bikes. They just don't know how to keep it together. But then, wild.
Yeah, no.
I don't get it. All right. Well, all right, dude. Well, then I guess fucking I'll see you in Windrock here in a few days.
Yeah, when are you going to be here?
I don't know, dude. I'll get there when I get there, dude.
All right. Can we do some more video stuff?
We'll do some more video stuff. Don't be telling everyone shit.
Well, it's pretty clear. Every single video I saw on Instagram was video.
We should do like something a little different. We should
with you in a UTV, just fucking blowing it up.
Yep,
maybe
that's what you're doing.
Get a cowboy hat for this one for us.
Colton wants to do something different.
Oh, dude, we stopped at Buc-ee's on the way in.
Oh, fuck!
I've never been to one, and I was I was like, what do I buy? And I was gonna buy one of those big like Buc-ee's sweatshirts.
Did you get anything?
No, I didn't buy anything.
You know what you should do for your next video intro?
What?
You should have Austin walk in with the camera, and you're scooping ice cream at an ice cream shop.
He already popped it from the Porter John.
Buddy, we got a new job for you, and hand him a bike or something.
The music starts.
I'm down to do something different, though. I want to do something different for this video.
Hey, the Porter John video was my favorite one, dude.
I did like that one.
Yeah,
you didn't like it?
I'm just not good at talking to the camera yet. It's weird.
Dude, hey, so Spencer, I'll give you this. He comes out and he literally does the whole video and he's like, hey, yep, it's all great. Everything's good. And then we get done with the video and I'm like, why the fuck is this motherfucker not looking at the camera? He's like, where do I look? I don't know where to look. I'm like, look at the fucking camera. What the fuck else would you look at? He's like, well, I was looking at a bird.
You hold the camera 2 inches from my face. And
oh, like, bro.
This is awkward.
2 inches. This guy.
Okay, then look at the camera person's ear.
Well, the thing is, I think I'm like, I can't.
Even right now, you have trouble looking at it.
I think it's just a problem with me because, like, when I talk, like, even right now, I'm like staring off in the distance for me to focus. I have really bad like focusing.
You're like a fucking dog. A squirrel's running by. Woo! Yeah, seriously, dude. That or a trash truck goes by. Fuck it.
No, yeah, I get really bored really easily. I had to wake up at 4 this morning. And I was like, "Hurry up, get up! I'm bored."
Wow.
I bought a BB gun.
I seen the BB gun.
We've been shooting every day.
Maybe we start your video out with that. You're just like, "What's up, boys? I'm hunting.
I'm gonna
hunting
go
for
get
wins."
I'm gonna go get some cowboy hat and some boots.
Yeah, hunting for stage wins. I like it.
With the J. Cole song, Hunting Rabbits, you know that song? Where he says,
No.
I'm hunting wabbits.
That's you,
that
dude.
should be your intro. You're out there just walking around.
Papa, papa. Hey, did you watch World Cup or anything? Where were you at?
I did.
You did? What'd you think?
That was pretty sick.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's all
Lolo.
we got. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Dude, he
Loic-
put it down,
Trying to
right?
ride like Lolo.
Dude, Loic is gonna be pretty hard to beat this year, I think.
Yeah,
What's
me
it like
too.
with you guys being like teammates, both of you, with that guy, you know? Like, you guys get some inside tips? Does he share stuff?
Yeah, we FaceTime every once in a while.
On a real note, how about old Asa?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Hasn't even been riding.
That's pretty insane.
He hasn't been riding? I didn't know that.
No, he's been.
He
hurt.
broke his hip.
Oh, yeah. You forgot that at the first round, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
And
Then-
then
and
like
he said- they said he would've-
qualified like third or something.
Wait, Austin, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm. I'm scared now.
No, it's not a question, but did you hear any drama from the weekend?
Not that much.
Okay.
It was,
there
more
drama?
Yeah.
Give us some tea.
Actually, no. I probably shouldn't.
Just, ooh, too soon. Too
Damn,
soon.
all right.
There was
Yeah.
some Spence. There was some drama.
All right, dude, just fucking fire it off right now. Let's hear it, Colton. You fucking brought it up.
I didn't mean to.
Oh man.
I already know. I already have a good feeling.
There was
Does it?
never mind. I don't need to
Does-
be in the middle of this.
Two of it
You can
two
tell
of
me
it
later.
equal 6. Yeah, look, I heard some stuff. But yeah, I mean, it is what I don't know. You know, I think it was just a miserable. I don't think there's any excuse. I can't, because like my side is marketing and media on this stuff, so I don't really have much control. The only thing I have control of is fucking yelling at you guys for not dropping when you're supposed to drop with your numbers. But you guys did good. I know Rob had to give you guys a little spanking at stage 3, but dropping in order.
They need to. Can you talk to Rob? Or maybe
We're gonna
Rob
change.
listening?
I believe Rob's coming on after this, and we're gonna talk a little bit
I
about
was
it.
about
But
to
yeah,
say, can I maybe add some insight?
you just want to stay on right now? We'll just get him on right here.
Put some insight. I'll put some insight in.
Yeah.
Put
All
him
right. I just texted him right now.
on.
But yeah, I mean, look, like I know I met my suggestions, and look, and I only make suggestions to Rob. It's not like I have whatever. It's the same way you guys can just literally call the dude and make suggestions, which I think is pretty rad, right? Like I think at high level sports you can't really do that. And but yeah, whatever the case is, my suggestion is look, you guys need to all just start at noon.
What do you mean?
Give a 2-hour gap between the spacing, so you guys don't catch and you guys can stay on your times.
That's
and
not a
honestly,
bad idea.
and if you guys did that, it would fucking help all of us photographers so much. And people, like if you're fans or whatever it is, like stuff like that. Hey JJ, you want to go throw a bag over the shit right now that's in the chair? Yeah, or let's just put the canopy out. Sorry, it just started raining here.
Yeah, hit mute. Then.
Hey boys,
Deal with your
hey.
shit. But that's the whole point of organized numbers and organized race.
Totally.
Like you should be organized with it. And
it was. I mean, look, we have some learning curves that we're going through. I think a little bit of BME, and
I think
part of it.
The noon thing is a good idea, but if we're to try to put everyone going with a flow or whatever, I think everyone should be like I don't know, a little bit longer, like an hour gaps in between each stage.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, the rain was fucked us from that 2 to 3, and I don't think it was quite judged well.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember getting to the first stage. When we were getting called up, the women just all went out, and then there was like a 10-minute gap or whatever, and then all the men went out, and then we got there, and there was still the amateur men dropping, and I was like, I'm going to be here for 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think there's some stuff that needs to be ironed out for sure, and I think if we gave that taking off at noon situation, probably solve a lot of that.
For sure.
Yeah, so I think the work on that, and then obviously, and I think too, like my suggestion was for obviously the drama, is if we do the noon thing almost before the pro women drop and even before the pro men, we drop one of our own in the BME staff, and they see these lines. If there's fix the issues.
Yeah.
Right then, and then we go on. Right. I mean, I think the tough thing probably this weekend with some of that situation was, dude, it turned into just a full downpour, and who the fuck knows what amateur dude blew through something or whatever it is.
Was there a cheater line?
Something like that, I heard.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, there was on something. So, I mean, I don't know. I didn't see it. I wasn't there for it.
What stage was it?
I was told on stage 3.
Oh, yeah, it was at the bottom.
You just said you didn't know, I thought, brother.
No, I heard people talking about it.
Yeah, so I don't fully know what the full situation was on it. I mean, I'm just commenting from like what I heard for 5 minutes. But yeah.
I didn't.
But like
I think that was part of the drama, to be honest with you.
If you guys do the dropping at noon, that would hopefully solve that. We send one of our guys down. He checks it out. Blah blah blah. Right.
Yeah.
It's clear to go.
I will
you guys
say,
all just send it.
I will say, and TDS is a completely different beast of a race, but it is pretty smart on their point, and it's different. It's a completely different race and different environment, and there's a lot less racers and everything. But they send a medic down before any riders drop to make sure the taping is good, whatever, make sure everything's cleared, and then they send a medic after the last rider, and it just kind of opens and closes each stage, and that seems to flow really well. And I don't know that Nebo.
I kind of think that's what almost a little bit for the pro thing, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a send and non-send type of thing, or yeah. I mean, I'll be happy to just rip it on my e-bike, set the fastest time, and then you guys can see if you can fucking beat it. But
even on an e-bike, Austin, you are not ripping the fastest time. I'm sorry.
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
Uphill. Hey, fucking uphill. I won every transfer stage there was at fucking this weekend. Okay, so you all go fuck yourself. Actually, dude, me and JJ. Yeah, me and fucking JJ were transferring from 2 to 3, and that was a fucking gnarly transfer, by the way. Just some of those rocks,
dude.
And
I know.
Fuck, dude. A dude in amateur or I don't know, semi-pro was grinding us for half of it just on his regular analog because he was about to miss his drop time. Yeah. He was fucking on us, dude. And finally, we just let him pass us, and he was just grinded right on by.
That's nice, dude. I was smoked after the first day. Smoked. I woke up for day 2 feeling hungover.
Wow,
weird. Me too.
Me
too.
No.
All right.
For Sunday.
All right, I got Rob for us real quick. We'll just add Rob on this shit. Oh shit! What's up, Rob?
What's up, home slice?
Oh, Colty poo.
Colty says he has some issues. He wants to fucking talk to you, dude. Let's just get it out right now.
Here we go.
He says the checks were not big enough. He needed a bigger check to represent. When he went to the bank, it just was like, this is too small, sir. Get a bigger one.
Yeah, it wasn't properly sized for the amount of money we gave out. I mean, clearly that's what the issue was.
That's right. It didn't even have his name on it. That's what's more fucked up.
It's cut rate. Times are tough. It had the blank. We thought we handed him the Sharpie. I mean, it's a big name to spell. There's a lot of letters. I wasn't sure. So.
Well, I don't know if you were watching earlier, but we were interviewing Colty, but he might not be able to write his name, but this motherfucker can scoop ice cream like no business.
He's got a future at Baskin Robbins, huh?
Oh, he is Baskin Robbins.
All 32 flavors.
I hope Cold Stone Creamery hits this motherfucker up and gets him sponsored. I want a Cold Stone Creamery helmet.
Ice cream all day, no problem.
They're gonna change the name to Colt. Cold Stone, yeah.
Cold Stone.
Cold Stone. I like it. There you go, Spencer.
Cold Stone Creamery.
All right, you guys, we have Rob on the show from the BME, BME Big Mountain Enduro and Youth Enduro. Currently looks like he's at Windrock with a window in the background. Yeah.
Beautiful up here. Love it.
Oh, fuck. Well, thanks. Well, it's pouring rain where I'm at, so it's fucking obviously came and caught me again. Colton's
You made
fault.
the wrong decision. Wrong decision. Shouldn't go north.
Story of my fucking life.
Dude, there's 2 tornado warnings on the way here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We pulled over and slept because it wasn't going to work out. No. I didn't want to be tipped over in the ditch.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah. All right. Colton, we were, us and the group was talking about this weekend and solving this issue of the pros catching the amateurs. My thought was, Colton has some ideas, but my idea was like, just let's start the pro men at noon. No?
Certainly.
And pro
That's
women as
certainly a
well.
thing.
I don't know. Maybe they go at the same time. And
I
they
mean,
go at noon.
I like that idea. I just think it needs to be spread out a little bit more so we don't have to have that problem. Just because it does ruin the flow when you go up to the top, when you're sitting there for 45 minutes, it does kind of suck. But
Oh, I agree completely. And that was a huge topic internally on Saturday is like, how do we fix this? I personally think there's 2 different options. One, we flip the order, which to me, I think makes the most sense just from what my experience was in the past, is just put pros first and then go backwards in the order. Because your fast guys are going to be setting the pace, right? Like the only thing faster than you guys are the e-bikes.
Yeah.
Or that's the other very plausible option of put a huge gap in, and essentially the way I see it right now is it would basically be both pro categories and probably the semi-pros and maybe even the advanced boys that would get pulled out, those 4 categories, and then race later in the day kind of thing.
so like 2 separate waves.
Yeah. It's just, each one is its own dynamic thing. With option A is kind of I think a better option. Option B, get into the afternoon. Our crews to be out there forever, So, it's I don't know. It's which way do we want to slice it? You know what I mean? Like, both options have pros and cons, I think. So. What are your thoughts on it, Colty?
No, either of them sound good. I mean, I don't really mind going first thing, but I do like sleeping in, so that might be a little problem.
Except for
I
when
would
he's
really,
bored.
on Monday.
I don't want him to go. I don't want them to go first thing. I don't.
I would rather.
Oh, you can get it.
I would rather have it like what Austin was saying. I mean, if there was like 2 separate waves, and then you do like whatever the A or like the B group goes, like the first 4 categories go like 9 to 11 or something like that, and then there's an hour break, and then noon to 3 or noon to 4, however long it takes us to do men's, women's, and the semi-pro stuff.
My fear with that though is that, I mean, and that's the hard part with it, is that we have such a wide array of competitors at the BME, right? Like we have you guys that are competing for checks and like the absolute top echelon of racers really in the world, but especially North America. We have e-bikers who are ripping fast just because of the motor. And then you have people who honestly are treating a BME like it's an Ironman, and they just want to compete and complete, right? Like for them just to finish the race is a massive achievement. And that's the way the races are built, I mean, they're supposed to be challenging and tough for everybody. So even with that, I can still see delays happening in the afternoon. Say we did that, we put you guys at noon for the people that are just trying to check the box that they completed a Big Mountain Enduro, because it is such a gnarly event.
For sure.
Damn it, we're waking up early, aren't we?
Well, I mean, what if there was just like a little bit more of a delay? So like when after you do the women's or whatever, or women's, we go like an hour after the women or something. You know what I mean? So it's like
the only thing I don't like that. I'd like you guys to be together just because
if you guys for you staying there.
That would really fuck us. Like there's no way I could shoot the women and then get the women anymore after stage 1.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. You guys all need to go together. Stop it. Be friends.
And the pros, you guys are all like pretty equally matched, you know what I mean, inside those fields. And that's like even the semi-pros, it's kind of a very similar thing. It's just the hard part of the people that are honestly just, it's a huge achievement for them to finish, you know, whatever it is, 7 or 8 stages of racing and tons of climbing and all that other stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. And I think it's something that we're going to have to mold, right? Like there's no one size fits all for putting on an event. And especially when we're going from such drastic venues that have full lift access to some that have no lift access. And then we're here at Windrock where it has access, absolutely, with their shuttles. But it's different than a chairlift, you know? So it's like, what limitations do we have on us at each venue? There's never just a one size fits all kind of answer, I don't think. Fix it now. Tell me the answer, Colty. Come on.
Dude, I don't know.
Spencer, you've got to have something in there.
Keller's the idea guy. Colton's just the executioner, as we learned earlier.
So, all right, here's the deal. I figured it out. I've got the solution here.
Okay.
I want this to go on record, Colty.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're just going to cater some Cold Stone. You're going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you'll have Cold Stone by noon when you get back. Like, let's just put that on record.
And I have to scoop it all?
You have to scoop it for everybody. So that's the thing. Like,
sounds terrible. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to. My brain's spinning. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. There's really no good, solid way to do it. If you want someone's gonna have to be out there for a long amount of time. Like if it's your guys, the photographers or whatever, I don't think there's any way around it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a discussion. You know, you could do like a 4-stage day. Like, say you guys start 3 and 4, they go 1 and 2, and then you guys come back and do 1 and 2. Like, there's options. I think there's solutions, and I think there's definitely ways we can fix it. But the way that it is right now needs to be altered. You know, we need to come up with a better solution than what's been happening.
Just that way we can stick to the time. Like that way we can climb, have a 5-10 minute break, and then we're able to drop in. You know what I mean?
Totally agree. Well, that's the hard part. Like we can't protect the schedule integrity when all these other things are going on. And there's no point in putting a schedule out or timesheet or anything like that. And we recognize that, and we're trying to fix it. It's trying to find an answer that appeases most, I guess. What we're looking at. So
for sure.
Everything else though go pretty smoothly other than obviously, I mean, the rain and then the little bit of timing issues. Yeah,
I honestly, I think it went really well considering the torrential downpour.
Yeah.
The ranger that was there, he's been on that mountain since early 90s. And literally when I was pulling out, he was like, dude, I have never seen this much rainfall in that short a time. I mean,
wow.
You know, Colton, you were there, we're having water rock show from, and they had 3-foot drainage on both sides. It was insane the amount of water we got. Yeah, and it just kept coming.
There were streams going down the tracks, like a full-on creek.
Oh, everybody has pictures. The stage 7 start, I was on that, and I saw you guys there in the forest when you were starting stage 3 on Saturday, and it was a 6-inch deep water just running down the middle of the trail, just completely eroding it away. So I mean, there's always challenges to be had. I mean, we didn't get to operate out of our trailer, so we were running a Penske truck up and down the hill, but no, I think it went pretty good overall. So we got most people through most of the stages, so it was a big weekend.
No, I think it went well.
We have one question in from a live viewer, Mr. Rob Chapin. And he's asking if it's still too tough to rotate the stages like you have in the past.
As in what we were just talking about, going 3-4, then 1-2, is that?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's.
It's definitely possible. I don't think that might be honestly a pretty good solution. Because we pretty much put all of our timing staff out there right to begin with anyways. Yeah. So from that standpoint, and with the timing gear, I don't see that being a huge issue. it's just something to consider. And depending on the venue and the layout and where the stages are at, like that doesn't really work at like particularly like a Sunrise, Arizona, where the backcountry is kind of the backcountry kind of thing. But
Yeah, it's so
it
far
could,
out there.
yeah, it's so remote and they're just big days, you know. But I could see it work at like a park, like a Bryan Head Park day. Like you could pretty easily do that.
Yeah.
And maybe even the backcountry day at Bryan Head. So
Yeah. Okay. Huh. Well, that's cool. That's. I'm bummed I missed it. It looked like fun. I mean, obviously, it looked like a lot of stuff was going on, and stuff could have went a little better. But all in all, it seemed like everyone was pretty fired up, and the response with the tracks and stuff was good. And Colty got the job done. So
he
not
did.
bad.
He did. That's for sure. I know. Got the big check. Not big enough check, apparently. Not the big enough.
I spent it all at Buc-ee's.
Dude, if you spent it all at
I hope
Buc-ee's,
you
I
did.
want to
What
see
did you
proof.
get at Buc-ee's?
I know.
Just kidding.
I want to see.
All
I
right,
didn't buy
I'm
it.
super sorry. I got to
Hopefully you brought
bounce,
like a lawn chair.
but
All right, bye,
Austin,
Spencer.
Austin is back. I got a freaking big boy job now, so I got to go do that. But
Yeah.
anyways,
We're
All right,
enjoy the rest. Thank you guys.
Peace
Thanks,
out.
man.
We'll see you.
Boys, holy shit. I gotta go as people here to get goodbye. Is
Looks
it bad?
like it's just
I have
me
to
and
go.
Rob.